Griff, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Yeah, so I obviously didn't click the microphone, so I was just talking to myself for a good 10 minutes. Quite a riveting conversation, teaching myself how to play the Royals. So thanks for letting me know, bud. Otherwise I'll be running an hour of no sound. So I've been I've taken a short break from the game for the last few weeks. Managed to get a vacation and went to Iceland, so just playing a bit of catch up to try and get some UC points. So I thought I'd do a stream and share it to the YouTube page. If you're not following me on the YouTube channel, it's Ultimate Golf Game Elite on YouTube. Have a look on there. I hope there's some good content and I'm not wasting my time, but I realise it's quite a similar content that I'm posting at the minute on Twitch, but it's just what I use for the streaming, so YouTube's got a little bit of difference on there. I've also got the TikTok page, which has a few shorter, funny videos, so Griff, is there anything that you'd like me to cover on these videos? Any particular Royals that you struggle with? Any particular clubs that you struggle to use that you might want me to try out? As you notice, I generally stick with the same clubs, but I don't mind trying others and getting used to them. I was also saying previously that we need a change up on these instants. We need some different Royals, because this is a little boring. Wind against that one. I always move the ring on that one, because otherwise you're bouncing that fringe short and then you'd end up missing the game. I'll cover HT10, I think. Is that the next? Have I missed that? I think I might have just missed that in this cycle. This is HT10's on the other half. Well, I'll cover the other half of the Royals next. So these shorter ones, the wind don't impact it too much, but I like to spin it to counter that wind. I'll probably do a stream again with Duff and Jared as well coming up next couple of weeks. Quite enjoyed that. When it's interactive, it's a little bit easier for me to gauge and to flow through. Just be careful on that one, that hill kind of kills the ball, so you don't need to spin it too much. Wind right to left on this one with the slope right to left as well. I delayed the release. Now that's not very good, but so the accuracy wasn't the best on this one, but not too bad. Chickpea, I haven't seen that name for a while. Let's see where we are on this one. Oh no, I'll wait for HT10 then. Just have a look at my stats. So if you look, my average is down to 1 royal a day, which is absolutely nuts. So Big Easy, or Ed as we know him, he uses, I think he uses Phoenix Club. Now, I can't get anywhere near his score, but I don't go slow. I think he goes slow, but if he holds out the shots that he normally holds out, he probably finishes at least 1,000 points ahead of me, even if I've had a good round. So yeah, he's different breed on that one. But rather than wondering how he's holding the shots, you might want to try more accurate shots and go slower on them ones. I don't have that in my locker really, so I don't try it, but my way is pretty good for probably 80% of royals, but then there's some ones where I can't get anywhere near the top players on it. Is there any other clubs that you think I should be trying? I don't want to be creating the same content all the time, but I tell you what, we've got some pretty average players on that leaderboard, which is disappointing. So I've only played 20 royals, I think it said. How many royals did it say I played? 18. So for anyone that wants to see what's in the bag, this is my go-to for the majority. I switch a few out, as you'll see as we go along. HT10 then. Guys, in the comments, let me know which is your favourite royal. I'll also be sharing this to the YouTube channel, so if you go to YouTube and go to Ultimate Golf Game Elite, you'll see my page. That shows you how to do the quick shot technique. It shows you some of a variety of different videos really, not just royals. I use the Twitch just for royals, and then I use the TikTok page for short, hopefully funny videos. I find them funny, but I realise my sense of humour isn't the same as everyone's. So if you notice, I curl a lot of my shots. Now I usually spin one way and curl the other way. Now in my head I feel like that slows things down, but probably doesn't really. It's just how my game's developed over the time. What you find is when the shots are straight, you end up spinning it away from the hole or curling it away from the hole, so it does hinder you sometimes. Instant royals are very much like about muscle memory really, so you end up, once you've played the first 4 shots, you remember how to play the next anyone got any questions while we're going through, please feel free to write in the chat. And how many more shots am I getting than you guys do on here? Or are you up with me? You know, is there a noticeable difference? You'll notice that. You see, I haven't held any there, but still finished sort of 1500 in front of the next player. Now I think the game's probably bracketing me with a lower standard of player, no offence to anybody in here, but I don't know how it's bracketed, but because I haven't played for a while I've probably not scored a lot of points, so I won't be bracketed with the top players. Wind left to right, so spin, counter it. Grifty, have you fully got the quick shot technique owned now? So this one's about going as fast as you can, really. Go. Going as fast as you can, but getting that ball to stop as quick as you can as well. So there, I didn't put full backspin because it can spin away from the hole. So half bars was good. Oh, I spun too much, did I? Oh. See, a lot of them have gone close, but for some reason they're too hard or slightly too wide. For me, they're all very accurate, but I just need an extra couple of drops. Oh, that's too far left, is it? So that's probably 1,000 short of where easy would be if he held at least. Griff, is that pretty much how you play it? Anybody else? Right, we'll go on the different cycle then, shall we? I'll just bear with me a second. I'll try to get some more people to come here, but if not, I'll be sharing it anyway so people can see it. Careful of this hill on this one. Now I don't play this one a lot, I'm not going to lie, it's not my favourite because you lose a lot of points. See the slope here now, the ball's rolling down that hill. Now, alright, the shot's accurate, but you lost 3 or 4 seconds there with that slope. The longer the ball rolls, the less time you have to have an extra shot, is my idea. So I'd rather the ball finish further away, so then I can get the extra shot off at the end, which sounds really bizarre to the way the game's probably supposed to be played, but it makes sense. So it stopped there. Rather than it roll back, it means I can probably get another shot at the end. You have to be gauging it as you keep going. This is going to go off right, this. Stop. Stop. This is a good one for tactics, and how you should approach it is different for everybody really. You could go slower and get accurate, but for me it's hard to get accurate on this hill. How's everyone doing with the country clubs this time? A little birdie told me that one of the no, go, watch this go. The rough saved me there, because that would have cost me an extra shot. A little birdie told me that a certain country club might be having a bit of a quiet one. You notice there, I always spin it left back up the hill to try and counter that hill, and it slows it down quicker. Oh, somebody got a hole out. This next round you've got to refrain from using backspin on this first shot, if I remember rightly. You put backspin on that first shot and your ball's gone. And you get 1 point at the bottom of green and you've lost 2 shots. So I curl this right and I usually spin it right because the hill slopes right to left. Depends on wind, to be fair. So definitely. That's going to struggle to stay on green. Stop. So that roll out there absolutely kills things. Stop. Again, I'm not interested in getting it that close, to be honest. Well, obviously I want to get it as close as I can, but I want it stopping. Any roll really does not help. Right, so I only put 2 bars of spin on there to try and stop it going all the way back down. It still rolled quite a bit. Oh no, I knocked the spin there. Because I stopped spinning it, it went up the bank and down. I have got this put off an extra time before. I don't know how. Oh no, I've applied full spin. Please be nice. I forgot my own advice then. Stop. I'm going to have no spin on this next shot. So that might go too far. Oh, please be good. Please be good. Stop. So because I didn't have any time left, I had to just go for that. I'm very lucky. So when people get Hiya Patrick, hi mate, you alright? Because people don't get too close to me on these, I end up setting my own targets. So I might sound disappointed, but... Patrick, will you just share your YouTube channel in the comments so I can read it out, mate? Just so I get it right. Guys, Patrick's been doing some great content for everyone to help him and just see how people play. I find that it's useful to get everyone's viewpoint on this game. So if you have a little look at his YouTube page, give it a subscribe and a like, and have a see how he gets on. If you can see the comments, and for anyone that's on the watching this on YouTube later on, it's YouTube/P_hostcamp. Top guy and some little gem videos there, so it's always useful as well because he likes to stream tournaments, so you can watch him in action before you have a go yourself. So see how the bounces happen and that type of stuff. It does help. So this is one of the original Royals, and this used to be one of my favourites, but I rarely play it these days. The putt in the final round just throws my head off. And I just for some reason can't do it. Oh, I didn't go that far enough. Patrick, which is your favourite Royal? Some recognisable names in there. Dr. Thanos. Shankapotamus has been around a while, and Gamer Goat. I love seeing new people as well. I move that because the spin will just... The mad thing is, I'd have done that in tournament and probably got it not as close, and I'd have taken ages to line it up. I messed up on that one because you don't actually need to move. So this putt just... Wow. Wind against on that one, I always do full backspin. It usually bounces short, so you're alright. Oh, that's too far right. So wind will go in left to right, and I didn't release early enough. So if you do a 3/4 drag back on this next one, it should go in. There we go. That might be too hard. Knowing me. Watch it at the back of the hole and bounce up. Eh? Oh my god. That was terrible. Go slow and then drag it wrong. So hopefully this spins right back to the hole. Somebody's pushed me close there, but I did miss a putt. Nice game of goat. Go on then, I'll go on this absolutely worst royal ever invented, but quite funny run. Let me just change my club because there's a rough shot on this final round that you can't get anywhere near the hole. So, let's go with Voodoo. Patrick, is there anything that you'd like me to cover or you'd like to see? I get that it's quite similar what the content here. I'm trying to do a little bit of different content with Duff and Jared sometimes, but when you're generally good at something like the Royals, I'd rather do that than tournaments. There's people far better than me at doing tournaments. Wind against, I don't know why I put so much spin on. Probably didn't need any spin on that one. This one's not so much about quick shotting, it's more about where you move the circle to and not spinning it off greens. If you hit the green with every shot on this, we've got a good chance of winning. I know that they've got the box set at like 5,000 on the final round, and I've seen that win numerous times because people are trying to get too accurate. And some of them, if you fall off this back of the green, look, it just rolls off and you're never ever going to get any points. Again, slightly left to right behind, so just slightly released early. Oh no, don't you dare. Wind behind, so that should be alright. Might be too far actually. Of course. And it doesn't spin back when you need it to. I'm happy to next time I go live I will I'll try use clubs that I don't ever use. So even though this one's quite hard, you can score really high because the points are like over exaggerated, so you get double the points for getting it close. So if you get 5 shots that hit the green close, you're going to score quite high. Wind again, so we should be able to just hit this. So I've spun that left because the wind will going left to right. So there you go, look, that's not a very good shot, but I scored 1,600 points. So middle of green, should get 1,000 points for that shot. It don't look that spectacular, but trust me, to hit this green is quite good. And you don't have to quick shot everyone. So again, that's not very good, but I'm still steady away picking up points. Oh, that needs to sit down. Again, similar type of points, but trust me, the only way that I'm ever going to score on this is by just aiming for the middle of the green. Oh no, that's missed the green. Stop. Right, stop. Sit down for me, sit down for me. Get that last shot off. So to me, that is absolutely awful to play like that. But it's still a very high score and will probably be one of the highest averages. CW8, I'm not actually sure which CW8 is, but I think that might be with the driver on the last round. Just checking that you're still with me, guys. Is everybody here? If you're watching, please comment. I'd like to know that you're actually paying attention. There's a few viewers that have been here along from the start that aren't commenting, so say hello and don't be scared of asking a question. Wow, that was rubbish. So, to apply the spin, I press the ball, apply the spin, press the screen, press shoot, press swing, sorry, and then drag back. It's not... Some people will drag back and wait for the needle to go back to the centre. Now, that's absolutely fine technique when you're in the lower levels, but to win at these top levels you need to be doing the quick shot technique. Now if you go to my YouTube page again, which is YouTube/Ultimate Golf Game Elite, you will see the quick shot technique from above, so you can see my magic hands at work. And that will show you how to do the technique. Now, you'll be surprised at how difficult it is at first. You'll probably feel pretty like you absolutely don't know what to do at first. But while you're doing it, and obviously it's different with each club because the needle speed and the swing zone is different for each club. So it's a trial and error type thing. I'd start by doing the orca or your sand wedge and your rough irons, and practice quick shotting them first, and once you get them down, work your way up. Obviously your woods and your drivers are quite difficult. Now if you drag back and the ball fires left, you've dragged it back too quick, so you need to go slower with your drag back. If you drag back and the ball goes right, you need to drag quicker with your drag back. And if you imagine it's the needle's gone too far, or the needle's not gone far enough if it's gone left. But it's trial and error, but persevere with it, because you'll definitely get better and you'll definitely compete at the very top. Royals are the best way of earning points as well. You know, when you're trying to rank up your clubs. There's a bank at the back of the screen, this flag, so I'm not too worried about ball going too far because it'll come back down. So I've deliberately left that out to the right and then curled it left. Now that's just because I'm scared. There's a bunker at the front that scares me. This is very steady away, is this? This isn't very good. Just be careful at the back of this flag, there's a big hill and you will miss the green, so just be steady with that one. Again, I release that right so that it can curl back to the flag, but I dragged the ball left. So if you notice, the ball was spinning towards the hole. Obviously the wind helped that as well, but again with that one, I delayed the release. That's too far, sit. I delayed the release because the wind was going right to left. Go ball, go ball. Is there any other royals that you'd like me to pick up in the instance? Just let me know. Stop. I was hoping that I'd have bounced on the fringe, but... I'm just changing my club for this one for Pegasus now. That's because Pegasus for the final round doesn't hit the big hill at the front. Again, this first round's all about hitting the green to get you through to the final round. Don't worry too much about score on this one, because it can catch you out. Can there's a bank that runs off the front, and if it goes down that you'll lose sort of 2 or 3 shots. This might bounce on the fringe. If it bounces off that fringe, it's like a trampoline and then the ball's gone. Any more questions from anybody? So there's 16 seconds left, so I can allegedly take my time on this last shot. And I've taken my time, and that's going to spin off the front. And this is why I just quick shot. Because when I concentrate, I'm worse. Hey Griff, you're in here. You see, I told you it's bracketing me with the worst players. I'm only joking, mate. So this first shot, the Pegasus gets over this bank. If you've got Root and Bigfoot, it won't get over the bank, so you'll have to move the ring. That's literally the only reason why I use Pegasus. I tried to take some off that shot as well, so it didn't go too far and roll back down the bank. Oh. Again, driver on that one. Now I go with... That's absolutely not very good. I go with RB on that one because it doesn't spin as much as the Fusion. Griff, if that shoe's in front of me, I'm not going to be happy, you know. Although I'm not performing very well. No, that's too far, so that's going to bounce and roll down the bank. Is it? No? Oh no, it's alright. Oh, I've not spun that enough. Hit the flag. Really, if you want to beat the best at this, you need to be holding that rough shot. Stop. Stop. Griff, are you using that multicoloured golf ball? Bounce down the hill. Down the hill. See, I went slow and it was worse. Bloody hell, where are you? 7,008. Have you been paying attention, sir? Let me just change that club back. To be fair, it can quite easily catch you out on that one. The winds weren't favourable either. Also, there's the pressure of being on a live and playing on a live and wanting to beat me. I've started to get used to being on live now and talking while I'm playing, so it's not as bad for me now. But at first, I was terrible. And when Mike asked me to do that VIP royal, I was absolutely appalling. But I was shaky. It's just sad, but... When I first started playing Royals, I absolutely could not get through the first round on this one. I found it horrendous. So I took the tack that I just aimed for the middle of the green every time, because I loved the final round, but I could never get to it. And I'm talking back in the days when there was only 2 brackets, so everyone was in them brackets. I think we had rookie and amateur then, long time ago. In fact, 2 years ago, on the 16th of April, was when I first downloaded this game, which has absolutely flown. Oh, that's missed green. Ooh, fringe saved me. You'll notice that the wind's going right to left there, so I'm spinning 4 or 5 bars right. And again, that's just because I know I'm missing, the ball's going to miss left. I can minimise that by spinning it. That might be short. There she is our Debbie. Lucas, is that you? Nope. Yeah, I think we can find ourselves showing a lot of Bigfoots, but not a lot of other. And I realise that we're trying to teach people to get the best scores, but also we don't always have perfect rounds. So we probably do need to show, you know, hive shots and spectres. I say I'm probably not the best at that. I don't have the patience to line up the hive and that type of stuff. But stop. That backspin hurts this one, so you can get the next shot off if you're good enough to control that spin. Just be careful of that one. When the wind's against, it bounces in the rough at the front if you aim at the flag and stop short, so you have to release a little bit late so it misses to the right. So if you look on the left hand shot, it curls. The rough fringe curls around the bank. You need to be hitting it on the right hand side of that bank. On this next shot, just watch the rough in front. So the wind's going left to right, so I've released it. Oh no, that's short. So see there that if I'd really released that later, I'd have been alright. But I released it too good. And I'm slow here, so that needs to get a move on. Stop. Sit down. Sit down. Sit. Saved it. Oh, Tigger Jr., I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Chateau Whistler 4, and then that will probably be my last one. So let me see which is after that. So guys, there's a few channels that you probably need to be watching if you want to get better at this game. Obviously, Ultimate Golf Game Elite is my channel. You want to be following Duff, Ultimate... I can't remember Duff's... see if I can just find it a minute. Got a couple of minutes, so I'll give their channels a shout out. So Ultimate Golf Duff, you give him a follow, subscribe, and also Jared A, if you can give him a shout. And then there's also Ultimate Banger. They're the free shout outs for now. You've also got Patrick's. Patrick, if you put yours in the comments as well, so it's P Hulskamp. The real Wayne Kerr. Was you the guy that uses Lightning Rod 6? I'm not sure what you're talking about there, mate, but I do use Lightning Rod. Do I use Lightning Rod 6? Let me have a little look. My Lightning Rod's at 7 now, so no. A few of the newer guys, I bet Jared uses Lightning Rod 6. What is it you wanting to know about the Lightning Rod? Lightning Rod, when you get that to level 7, is an absolute beast of a club, by the way. The dispersion of that when it lands to when it goes in, its accuracy is nuts. Such a good club. So this next Royal's Chateau 4. I can't remember which one that is, but we'll see. That'll be Jared, will that? Now, one thing when you're ranking through the clubs, you have some short-term pain when you do rank up levels, so you have to make that decision. What I generally do is, if it's a weekend, I'd suggest not ranking that club up, and then if it gets to like a Monday, rank it up and use it in the red and blue tournaments and get used to it. So obviously ranking it up helps longer term, but it'll throw all your numbers out. I'm the person that when he's playing tournaments doesn't use a grid. So if you ever see duff of somebody that's not using a grid, it's me. I must admit, the more these flight systems goes on, the more I contemplate using a grid. But I kind of go against everything that I moaned about originally. When this game first started, I used to whinge like mad about grids. Because obviously it wasn't anything to do with the lack of effort that I was putting into tournaments. It was all because they were using grids as to why they were better than me. Not really. But in your head you think that grids are are causing them to be far better. But in reality, these guys that use the grids are just putting more effort in. Patrick, that's brilliant, is that? Thank you. Guys, if you there's some YouTube channels been posted by Patrick in this group. Give them all a shout. Absolutely worth a look. The real Wayne Kerr, the guy, I can't remember who it is that uses the Apple grid. I don't know if it's Boris Banco, or it might be Big Easy uses quite a substantial grid, I believe. But I'm not sure. Yeah, Big Easy's a... Listen, if there's anyone that can help you with this game, he is one of the original guys, and he is absolute knowledgeable and an absolute gent as well. And I'm sure he'll be willing to help. So this one, if you notice, the points are quite short on this one. Yes, sound, thanks for that. Nice. A lot of people target the certain ones to play because they know that they're good at them, so I sometimes come stuck on this one because the guys that play it know it off back of their hand. Oh, nice. You usually need a hole out on this one. Go, go, go. Oh. Honestly. So by the time I played 4 of these, I then remember how the contours of the greens are working, so then I can work it out usually pretty quick, and then I start getting more accurate as the more shots I have. If you notice, the curl here is just taking the ball away from the hole for me, so it's costing me. I mean, come on. To be fair, somebody else has just absolutely followed me. That's missed right. Wayne, is wrote that you'd like me to pick up on Royals for Royals. Do you play Royals much? What's your favourite? What's your go-to clubs? Get in. If you notice then I dragged it right and spun it left back towards the hole. Sorry, Griff. Right, Patrick, I'm going to stick around for one more because I think this is one I haven't done, so let me just have a look. I'm not going to do TP10 because I can't stand TP10. So I'll go with BM3. Let's have a look on here, see if 26 rounds played, first place finish was 24, so I need one more win, so we'll finish on that to get me, will that get me to the top? But I guess it should do. Guys, I really appreciate you coming. and watching me. You always feel a bit nervous when you're doing it, and that you're wasting your time. But hopefully, it does help, and people do get better from it. Ultimately, I just want to get this game known. I want people to play it. I want people to enjoy it, get better, and spread the word. Really, no reason why it can't be as good as the other games out there. If you're around, if you want to post your friend code in the comment section, I can add you as a friend as well, and anyone that's watching can add you as well. Let's enter it, shall we? So my friend code here is 7Z9WXTCW. Feel free to add me as a friend. Yeah, definitely everyone can learn from everybody. Absolutely. And there's no right way or wrong way of playing this game. You've just got to, progress and get better yourself in your own ways. I'm hoping that I've selected this to be saved at the end, so then I can download it and share. But given that I started for the first 10 minutes without having sound on, anything is possible. What I'm doing in these first rounds as well is I'm looking at the contours of the greens to work out where the ball's going to roll out, so then in the final round when it matters, I remember. One thing about the whole of this game, not just on Royals but on tournaments, is pay attention. If you're playing a hole and you're missing it a certain way every time, you're obviously doing something wrong. So counter that. So some of the holes where elevation impacts it, if your calculations say it's wind means you need to move it 4 bars, and you've moved it 4 bars and it's continuously missing half a bar left, then obviously you need to counter that and correct it by half a bar. The top players, top players, I mean, I don't take notes, but I've got memory, so I remember a lot of my shots and how they've missed. But a lot of the best at this game will take notes, and particularly on par 3s, they'll know how the ball's going to react on them greens for each pin position. Most of the time you think it's them using something to get an advantage, when in reality the only thing they're using to get an advantage is time and effort. Get in. Stop. Oh, I've missed the last shot. So this will be my final round. I hope you've all enjoyed it, and give me a like and a subscribe on YouTube, and look out for, I'll probably do a stream with some other guys soon. I hope everyone's understood my Yorkshire accent, and if not, it's tough. See that shot there? I try and drag back 3/4 so it bounces in the rough and slows down quicker. Spin won't apply then. So wind's going right to left there, so delay the release. And then it'll come back towards the hole on the wind, ride the wind. Again, get that ball stopping as quick as you can, because I'm struggling now to get this last shot away. Might be alright, but it'll be close. Oh no. So wind were going left to right there, I needed to release that really quick, so drag straight back. I didn't, so... I had my pants down. Right guys, thanks for watching. Happy roiling, happy ultimate golfing, and all the best. I'll see you soon. I'll just see that I make sure that I'm at the top before I go. See y'all soon.